Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Got Whips. Today is March 25th. Yes. And today's episode is number 67. Heather just told me all this and I'm still screwing it up, but whatever. Yep. That's how this Friday is going to go for us. I am Nicci. I'm coming to you from Berlin, Wisconsin, where I live with my husband, our son, my grandmother, and the dog.
Yeah.
And hopefully the sun will not come randomly down here and, make all kinds of noise during this because this is his spring break right now. So I will apologize right now.
Oh, he's on spring break now?
Yeah.
Oh.
This is his last day of spring break. So we went to Best Buy last night because his Oculus broke. But when we bought it, it's a video game that's the virtual one that goes over your head and you have the two controllers. And yeah, like makes me motion sickness is all get out. But it stopped working and he's like, can we go? And I'm like, well, let me look on the receipts because I bought that for Christmas with my mom for him 2 years ago. Well, almost 2 years ago now.
Mm-hmm.
But, the whole COVID thing and everything, like I lost track of time. So I had to look it up, but it was still under warranty. So we went to Geek Squad. They said the battery was corrupted. So there's nothing they could do for it. And then found out that there's a recall on it. So we got a brand new one. They had it in stock, so he got to get it right away. And then the warranty restarted from yesterday now. So he has another 2 years.
Oh, that's awesome.
Right. So that was a plus. And then he bought me dinner.
Oh, well, that's nice.
And then when I said thank you to him, he was a little punk. Let's just put it that way.
He probably said something very sarcastic.
He did.
Yeah. It's JJ. Anyways, I am Heather. I am coming to you from Southern California, where I live with my husband, 3 kids, and my mom. We don't have a dog, but
occasionally you have Stephanie's dogs over.
Yeah, my oldest daughter has 2 dogs, and they're over. Adam is so freaking huge. Like, he looks like a miniature horse, and it's crazy. And Ollie is like still this little thing that's, I think she's done growing, but she's just this little thing that just curls up in a little ball. And yeah, I love her. Evelyn jokes around that they're my grand dogs. I was like, shut up now. I'm not old enough to have grandchildren, or Stephanie's 19. So
technically you are.
I could have a grandchild, but no.
And Evelyn is 17 and a half. Stranger things do happen. I'm just saying.
Well, and Stephanie's 19. So like I had Evelyn when I was 19. It's not
unheard of.
No, like I could. No, I'm not ready.
I'm voting for no, but
yeah.
Yeah.
So today's episode is going to be a little bit fly by the seat of our pants. Both Nicci and I have had busy weeks and we have things to do work-wise that have kind of occupied our brain this past week. Not that they don't occupy our brain any other week, but especially this past week. So if it's kind of a little bit all over the place, I'll try to do the best I can with the editing to keep it so it's not so confusing. But I apologize straight off the bat now that this might be a little mishmash.
Welcome to our shenanigans.
Yeah, welcome to our shenanigans.
And I would like to take the time right now to say thank you to all new and returning viewers. I know we've got some subscribers this week, so thank you very much. We do really appreciate all the likes and thumbs up in the comments. We do read each and every one of them. And we normally try to make sure that we comment back to both of us or one of us for sure.
Yeah.
So thank you, everybody. It has been fun getting to know you guys on Wednesdays on Zoom. And the third Saturday of every month we have Zoom. So we always post that over on our Instagram, but all of our links are down below. We do add those every week, where to find Heather shop, my shop, the Ravelry group, the Instagram. If Ravelry is not accessible to you, we understand. And we also have an email that you can talk to us there too if you need to, or enter any of the drawings that way.
Yeah. And about Ravelry Instagram. Eventually I'll get to it. YouTube comments. If a response is given by Got Whips podcast, that's generally Nicci. But if I see a comment that, I have some kind of input to respond to, I don't know. It's gonna come from my personal YouTube. So if you see something that's not Got Whips, it's me.
And I normally do put Nicci if it is under Got Whips, because I know Heather has the access to do it too on the Got Whips, because we both have access to the account. But that way, for sure which one of us is talking to you.
Yeah, we should just do that, Heather and Nicci thing. But anyways, so our our admin stuff.
Part.
Yeah, I was gonna say try to say administration, but I can't say that apparently. So
I don't think you had enough coffee yet this morning for California time. Just saying. I will start with the KALs. We have 4 going on. 1 will be starting before we record next time, so we'll make sure to mention all of that.
It'll start the day we record.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. So they can get their yarn wound. They could start it technically, I guess, but it's more fun to start on the 5th, on the 1st. I don't know where the 5th.
When are we? Where did the 5th come from?
I have no idea. No clue. I don't even have any appointments that day, so I have no idea where the 5th just came from. But we have the Sock It To Me, which runs every month for an entire year. A pair of socks. We don't care if they're shorties or to your thighs. It's whatever you want to do. If that's what you want, go for it.
Whatever.
Make yourself happy.
Yeah.
Then
they do have to be an adult pair, though.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That will close on the 31st, and then I'll put up the April one before we podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And the hashtag for the March one will be on the screen for Heather right now. That's your job.
Mm-hmm.
So
it is GW SITMMAR 22.
Yes.
I don't have it sitting in front of me because I didn't write notes, but that's what it is.
And then the next one I will tell you about is the designer of the year, which is Melanie Burke. Our first quarter draw will be ending on the 31st. So next Friday, we will be pulling a winner for the first quarter prize. And then the new quarter, we keep the same link up. It's just that we only go back to the date. So March or April 1st through June 30th or 31st. I don't remember. 30, I think.
I don't know. I can never remember what month has.
I can only remember my birthday month.
June has 30 days. So it'll be 30th.
Yep. So.
And
the designer is Melanie Berg, if I didn't say that.
You did.
For some reason, I feel like I did it.
With the designer along, like Nicci said, so like this draw will be post 2 through the last. And then when we draw in June, it'll be whatever the first number of the new quarter to the last.
Yep.
If that makes sense. So the last 2 that I will talk about is the first one is No You Can't Have It. This is a selfish knit along, and it is ending in completion. It's over March 31st. So we will draw prizes the first episode of April, which will be April 1st. That's kind of weird that it's April 1st and it's April Fool's Day and we're drawing prizes, but we're not gonna trick you. We will not play any April Fool's jokes on you guys.
Only on Heather, guys. Only on Heather.
She would too. But we will draw prizes for that then. And then yeah, thank you guys for participating in that KAL. It has been fun. But then the next one is the whip challenge, and that is kind of that is another year-long KAL. So this thread will end, like I said, March 31st, and we'll draw prizes the 1st of April. And this one's kind of more involved than our other KALs have been or are currently. We actually have 2 threads open for this one. One is a chatter, go in and encourage each other, pattern, share, give each other ideas, ask questions, whatever. And in that one, when you make your post, we would like you to list the number of WIPs that you would like to complete in 2022. And then in the FO thread, obviously put your FOs, let us know this is number 5 of 15, whatever. If you do end up completing your goal for the whole year, you do get a double entry next January when we draw prizes for
the grand prize.
The grand prize, right? But for the quarterly draw, we will only draw for the amount of entries that you enter. And yeah, so that thread will be closing, or it won't be closing, but we will draw prizes from that thread the 1st of April as well.
I want to add something to that.
The 1st of April is going to be a very heavy episode. Yes.
Yeah. So I was just watching some podcasts this morning with Grandma, and I was watching, oh my goodness, I always get their name wrong. Not Needles at the Ready, is it?
I'm not.
Yeah, Needles at the Ready.
I can't help you with that.
They are also doing a WIP challenge from March 1st to May 31st. So that's a chance for you guys all to double dip.
Oh, cool.
So I thought I would just share that. See, and I just learned about that this morning.
Remind me who are Needles at the Ready?
Kevin and Ray.
Kevin and Ray, okay. Yeah, and then our next one that is beginning April 1st is our painted Westalong. It is any of Stephen West's painted patterns. We do have a list on our Ravelry group under the in the threads for all of the eligible patterns that he has. He has quite a few, and there's even there's some that were already published, and then there's some that came out in his most recent book. So all of those, whether they are 5 years old or came out in their most recent book, all of them are included. And Nicci has gone through and kind of made a bundle on Ravelry of all of the ones that are included. I personally am going to do the painted chevrons. Nicci's going to do the paint by numbers. So cast on day is April 1st, unless there is a small caveat to that. Unless your project is less than, what do we say, 50%?
50%.
50% done, it will still be included, because we understand that Stephen West is,
or even, yeah, you should 20%. I mean, as long as you've got a significant amount to still do. Yeah. Not just a bind off,
Right, exactly. And we're going by our system here, guys. I mean, we're not going to go through and check all of the patterns that you posted. But we understand that Stephen has some substantial wraps, shawls, sweaters, whatever. So it's not, we're not expecting things to be, no. If you have it on the needles, go ahead and answer it. But we cast on day is the 1st of April. Nicci and I are both going to wait a little bit. Nicci is doing no cast-ons for Lent. And because it's kind of 2 reasons. I would like to support my friend and not, not have her be anxious about getting a cast on. But also I am trying to get as much done on my shawlography as I can before we cast on. So Nicci and I are casting on the 19th.
Yeah.
April 19th.
Because the 18th is Easter, so I doubt we'll get together on Zoom or anything before then.
Yeah, I don't even know what we're doing for Easter, to be honest with you. But
yeah, Easter's up in the air for our family too right now. Yeah. I will work on one of my old painting. I do have 3 on the needles right now. So I might work on that just on the Zooms.
Yeah. So the link will be down below. Or no, I'll put the hashtag on the screen. But yeah, the link for the Ravelry. I told you this is going to be a shit show today. The link to the Ravelry will be down below.
And if you still haven't got a kit, LMK Designs did partner with us on this one.
Mhm.
So you will be getting, if you do get from her, you get double entries.
Mhm.
You get something added extra from both my shop and Heather's shop
Mhm.
to that order. And we are just waiting for the orders to roll in. We have a couple of right now, and we will send those out shortly with Lisa. And she is leaving for sure the kits up until the end of April.
Mhm.
So if you haven't got yours yet, don't worry. If one is sold out, do just message her either there on the Shopify app or send her a DM over on Instagram. We do link her down below, so all that is will be there for you.
And I'll put her shop and her Instagram here on the screen too.
Yep. So that is all the admin I have.
That's all the admin I have.
I have no FOs, Heather. Sorry, guys.
No FOs. I have 3 whips.
I have 2.
Okay, I'll go first.
Yay.
So in this Valentine's Day KnicKnacKnits bag, I have my March socks. I did not place a marker where I was last time I showed these to you, so I have no idea. But I know I worked on them. So there's that. So here is my March socks from Area 51. This is the You Are My Hero colorway. Yes.
Working up really nice.
So I'm, like I told you guys before, I'm copying Caitlin from Hartley's Handmade idea to do the slip one, knit one. And I'm kind of staggering it. So here was a knit one. So here's a slip one. I don't know if you can see that, but it's very well seen in person. And this is the cake. It's kind of loosey-goosey, but
are you pulling from the middle?
Yeah, but I didn't make my cake so tight when I was winding it. So now, because it's been, coming in, and I have another sock in here too, so because it's coming in and out of the bag so much, it's just kind of falling apart. But I should not put that back in there because I have to show you my other sock. Your turn.
All right, in my body bag from the winter Wonderland kit that we did, the mystery is living again. You saw these last week, but we found out that I did something wrong. So here's my sock. I took out the toe, I redid it, and they're now completely matching. I just got a Kitchener it, but took care of that.
Yeah.
This is Night Owl Fiber in her Christmas lights. So, and this is what I got left, but I still have to do the heels.
Are you gonna do bullseye heels?
I don't know. I don't think so.
How else could you do heels?
I'm just gonna put in a contrast color.
Oh, I see. So my next sock is my February sock. This is again Area 51 color. This is We're All Invited to the Party. This is where my pony is. Isn't she so cute? Is where I was last time you guys saw, so I didn't make very much progress.
Got a couple rows.
6 rows in
progress with progress.
So yeah, that's what I got. And then with these ones, I'm going to do the bullseye heel, so I have my markers for my heel. And this is the cake.
Nice.
Oh, and something we forgot to mention during Sock It To Me.
Oh, yeah.
Is we have a coupon code. If you use Area 51 yarn, you get a double entry. And Bella has graciously given us a coupon code for our viewers. It is Sock It To Me 10, and I'll put it on the screen, and it'll also be listed down below in the description. But if you do in fact use Bella's yarn, just let us know in your post. I think we're pretty good at picking out Bella's yarn, but we don't like to assume that it's Bella's just because we love her. But
or you can just enter the picture twice on Ravelry and on Instagram, just hashtag with her in it, so we know.
Yeah, that's true too.
Last but not least for me, living in my snap bag from myself. That's the medium one, is my first Raglan by Jared Flood.
Mm-hmm.
And last time you saw it was there. So I am on the ribbing now.
Mm-hmm.
Then I just have the sleeves to do.
So this is what
has gotten all my attention for the 3 days that I was able to knit.
Mm-hmm.
Am I going to do 2 at a time sleeves? Is that what you were going to ask me?
No, I was going to ask you if you're doing long sleeves.
I am.
Who are you? What have you done to Nicci?
I figured I might want to have one sweater with long sleeves.
Do you want to quickly talk about what you're wearing?
Oh, this is the Rift. I don't remember the designer. Is that Jacqueline?
Jacqueline, yeah. Jacqueline, yeah. I can't remember.
So what did we make this last year or 2 years ago?
2 years ago.
2 years ago with Around the Table Yarn.
2020.
They normally do a sweater along starting in May, ending the first day of summer. So that's what this one was from. I held 2 strands together of Soft and Sleek DK and Pumpkin and Oatmeal and got Gauge, and that's what this one is. And they are going to do another one, but this year it'll be a tank top.
Yeah,
that they're going to start in May. So, and then it'll go to the first day of summer. So there's one by Wool and Pine that I really want to do, but I have no business casting out another sweater because I have a whole nother long sleeve sweater I have to get done by July 13th.
Yeah, I know that it was 2020 because last year I moved and I know that I wasn't doing it then. Like, no.
Yeah, and was it soundtrack that we did last year?
I think so, yeah. I didn't do soundtrack.
Right.
Mine has been given to my daughter because I don't like where it fits me or where it, where it lands on me. But I was actually considering taking it back from her and either because it's knit top or bottom up. So I was thinking about taking it back from her and figuring out a way how I could take out the ribbing, but like keeping it on needles, like separating the body from the ribbing, but keeping them both on the needles and then knitting up the ribbing so that my stitches would be going the right way and then grafting it together. But she doesn't like that plan. So
Of course not.
So I had a little bit of a freak out moment the other day when we were on Zoom. I realized that it was about 2 weeks. I mean, it was about a week and a half on Wednesday when we were on Zoom, but we are starting another Stephen Westalong. And I knew that, but it just never really clicked in my head. So I am trying to finish as much of my shawlography as I can before April 18th when we cast on. So this is where I'm at now.
Oh, wow.
I'm at the point where you're knitting that flap to do the, what are they called?
Welts.
Welts, thank you. So I finished up, the last time you saw this, I was in my striping section. I finished this section and I started.
So are you gonna knit like 4 rows then in there if you're not doing the welts?
No, I'm gonna do the welts.
Oh, you are? Okay.
Yeah, I know I said the other night I wasn't gonna do the welts, but
I was gonna say, because this is where you on mine, this is where you are, the welts. It was sitting next to me.
Yeah.
So
I know I said that I wasn't going to do the welts, but
so now you're confusing me by saying now you're doing the welts.
yeah, no, now I know the other night I said that I wasn't going to do some of the pieces of the pattern, but from talking to Ingrid and some other people on Zoom, I just decided to just go for it. And I am
Just
going to
suck
do
it up and embrace.
Yeah. So I'm going to do the welts. I'm going to do the crosses. I'm going to do the bobbles. I'm going to do the brioche. I'm going to do the extended border if my yarn allows.
Okay.
I should be okay, but I don't know. Yeah. So this is what I have.
Nice. I'm excited for you.
This is
I
really,
think you should have.
I think I should have enough too, but I'm just saying, just in case I don't. So yeah, hopefully I can make some work on this. And this has been since Monday. Well, I pulled it out Wednesday, so since Wednesday night, this has been all I've been knitting on.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
I forgot to
like,
put my marker.
that's kind of like my focus project when I'm not working.
Yeah, and the raglan for me is my focus, and then I'm gonna focus on the other sweater I have, because like I said, there's a good 20 sweaters I want to knit right now. Either sweaters, tank tops, or cardigans. Like, did you see the new sweater? And I know that I'm so far behind on podcasts, but I've been watching them, trying to catch up. So I watched Cozy Up, where they were talking about the 3 that they have coming. And they have a crisscross, like it looks like a cardigan right now, but they're gonna crisscross it so that you sew it and attach it with the ribbing. So it'll be a V, but it's kind of like a wrap sweater. Sorry guys. I have to make that one. Like I have to make that.
I have not seen it. I my podcast watching is.
Yeah, I've been putting on podcasts with me and Lisa. So off of the knitting. Sorry guys.
Yeah, we're done.
Last weekend, me and Lisa cut for 13 hours all of our scraps into bags. And while we were doing that, I put on podcasts to try to catch up. So
cool. Yeah, I have been listening to audiobooks that I've already listened to.
Gotcha.
Like yesterday, I worked pretty much all day, and then I had a meeting late. So and then I had to work some more after. So I've been listening to audiobooks that I've already listened to, and I started a book yesterday at like 11:30, and I finished it last night.
Nice.
Because, well, also I am 19 books behind schedule for my goal.
Yikes.
Yeah, Goodreads likes to point that stuff out to you. Reality check that you didn't know you were gonna get. But yeah, thanks Goodreads. But so yeah, if you automatically, because we're friends on Goodreads, so if you all of a sudden see my book number jump, that's why.
I finished a book yesterday with Lisa that we listen to a book once in a while too. So I have just books that we listen to while we work so that I don't listen ahead of her. So we finished one yesterday by Nicci French.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I feel like when I'm working, I can get into that kind of like mindless state where it's just, the repetitive motion of,
right
in the beats, and so if I'm listening to a book that I've already listened to, it's easier for me to not get like
wrapped up in the book.
Yeah, and then like if I'm listening, I try to listen to a book that I have not listened to before or even read, and I had to like keep rewinding it because I was like, wait, what? Because I zone out and I just am doing what I'm doing, and yeah, even the kids will come in and talk to me, and I'm like, hold on, I have to get like
hold that
in the right headspace. Yeah, so
So any book suggestions, put them down below. Me and Heather are always looking for books. And I know I listen to just about everything.
I listen to just about everything. I don't really have anything that is, I think the only thing that I would say that is like, I don't want to listen to, like horror books. I'll listen to like investigative, books like that. And I don't want to listen to anything that has to do with like kids being hurt. Like, no, I can't do that. So I think like those are like that's where I draw my line. But anything else, go ahead and post it or give us suggestions. And both of us are really into series.
Yeah,
like to follow the characters through a series.
Some of us might even get upset when like the series is over.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. I've totally gotten upset because the series is over.
So have I.
And it's like, it's even worse when they say the series is over, but then you go in to like the author's website or whatever, and they're tease you about writing another book, but they don't let you know when it's going to come out. And like, then it's like, well, what the hell? Like, you left me on a cliffhanger and I don't like it. So, yeah, we're both into series. And
I just finished the Bridgerton series books. Like I've watched the season 1, rewatched season 1 because of course season 2 came out last night. Well, this morning at 2 a.m.
today, yeah.
For me. And so like that's my plans for this weekend is after working, I'm gonna sit and binge watch that. Like I already told Justin, because this is a weekend that JJ goes to his mom's. I'm like, hey, don't bother me.
Yeah.
Like I have to watch this. I need to see what's happening. But our friend Sarah did tell us, were you there that night?
I don't know.
It was Wednesday, I think, but I think you might have already left to go get Gabe or something. But there is a spin-off series from Bridgerton.
Oh yeah.
About the girls that couldn't sing or have no musical business singing.
It's
Julia Quinn.
It's the girls that do the
concerts.
It's not like a cabaret show, but it's like it's the girls that they see when they go to the theater. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember she told us that.
So yeah, I'm on the wait list for those books right now.
I too am excited for Bridgerton. I don't know how much of it I'll actually get to watch this weekend, but hopefully some.
Don't forget that Bella is doing the Bridgerton make-along weekend this weekend.
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say. So I saw on Instagram yesterday that Bella was like, who else is excited for Bridgerton? Who else has their knitting and snacks ready? And I'm like, I don't have snacks, but I know what I'm gonna knit on. So
if baseball doesn't get in your way.
Yeah, we have Sunday is the only day that we have stuff going on for baseball. Yeah.
Gotcha.
I
have no acquisitions either, so
I don't either. Do I? No. I showed my Michael stuff last week. Yeah, so I think, do you have any life updates to share?
I had my yearly checkup for my health and everything, and that went really well. Mm-hmm. And I had my checkup for my eyes, and that didn't go so well. So yeah, I have to go see a specialist, and hopefully they say it's all curable and fixable, and I just got to wait for that appointment.
Yeah. Do you have it set already?
I have it set. The soonest I could get in was April 7th. So I just have the waiting game now. So, that's the worst part, I think, is especially for me, like worst case scenarios start going through my head, and then I start to Google it, and like I don't know exactly what I'm not a doctor.
Yeah.
So you're just going to read all the negative, and then you start to spin yourself out of control. So I'm just trying to stay away from it and trust that everything will be fine.
Yeah. And Nicci she's not a waiter.
No.
She doesn't like to wait. So
I don't like to wait, and I always assume the worst case scenario. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. So good thoughts sent to Nicci would be appreciated.
Thank
And
you.
Anti-stress. Yeah, for me, we're just we're getting ready to start our spring season next week. We are doing weekday games and then all day Sundays. So I'm
Yikes.
Yeah. So as for next week, we don't have Wednesday games, but there is a possibility that we will have Wednesday evening games. So just letting you guys know now, there is a possibility that I will not be available for Wednesday evenings, and I didn't even tell Nicci that yet, and she's looking at me like, you are horrible. So yeah, I tried to get it to be Tuesdays and Thursdays, but because we are sharing the field with other teams, the director of the park, or the director of the field, he's not our director, but he takes care of the fields. It's like, you already have Wednesdays. Why can't Wednesdays be one of your days? It's like, well, because other people have plans on Wednesdays and they don't all revolve around you. But so yeah, as of right now, for next week for sure, I know that we only have Tuesday games, and then we have Sunday games. But if I should have the schedule by the Sunday or the Friday before. So if anything happens, I'll let you know as soon as I can. But other than that,
we'll just start all the projects for her that day and tell her this is what she's doing. For every Wednesday she misses, she'll have to start a new project.
Oh God, I will have. It's for 7 weeks, so I'll have 7 new projects. Well, not really, because. But anyways, I'll have substantial new projects. That's not going to be fun. Yeah, I don't know if I can do that. But because I'm vice president of the board, I have to be, especially game days, I have to be there. And I'm doing Snack Shack, and I'm supposed to figure out how I can do Snack Shack and keep score at the game. And
you might want to start learning how to cut yourself or duplicate yourself now.
Yeah, we had a coaches meeting last night, and they're like, okay, so like Matt's coach, he's the president of our board, and I'm the vice president. And then like Hector has a position, and our coach, another coach, Aaron, has a position. So like we all have positions on the board, but like we're all like in gameplay, you know? And so they're like, somebody said, well, who's gonna keep score? And Pete's like, Heather. And they're like, okay, well, who's gonna run the Snack Shack? And he's like, Heather and my wife. And we're like, okay, who's gonna handle the umpire, you know, who's gonna handle getting information from the umpire? Heather. I'm like, oh my God. So you want me to slip myself in like 4 different positions, and I can't, like, yeah. After the meeting, I was like, really? You have to go there like that? Like, that's just not nice. But
no way.
Say I love you.
So we hope you all have a fun knitting week. We hope to see you on Wednesday.
And yeah,
all.
Leave us a comment. Check out our Ravelry group.
Don't forget to get your entries in if you're one of those who doesn't enter until you got a bunch to enter, because Friday's the day.
Thursday night is the ending.
Yep.
Yeah, you have to get them in by Thursday night, or
the one night I stay up to shut the threads, if I remember.
Yeah, I mean I can shut them because I'm later than you. You just have to remind me to do it. Anyways, have a good weekend. We'll see you Wednesday. We'll be here next Friday with all the winners. And yeah, happy knitting.
Happy knitting. Bye.
Bye.